All right, for any of you high-performing solo operators out there, listen up. What we're about to break down isn't just some good idea. It's an absolutely essential operational strategy. We're talking about how to kill that echo chamber decision-making by building your very own personal board of advisors. This is about protecting your income and your future. Now really, think about it for a second. When was the last time a peer, someone you genuinely respect, looked at your plan for the next 90 days and said, you know what, I think you're being delusional here? If you can't remember, that is not a sign that you're a genius. That's a huge red flag that you're operating completely and utterly alone.
And that feeling of being alone, it's got a name, the echo chamber trap. This is the big problem, the one that trips up even the most successful solo businesses. It's that slow, almost unnoticeable shift from being independent to being totally isolated, where all your own assumptions go completely unchallenged and your bad ideas, well, they start to sound pretty brilliant.
And this, right here, reframes the whole issue perfectly. See, we're not just talking about a feeling of loneliness. We are talking about a critical business risk. An echo chamber is where market shifts get ignored, where operational drift is tolerated, and where your big strategies are never, ever stress-tested. It's where great businesses quietly go to die.
You know, this whole trap is built on a really powerful myth, especially in fast-moving industries like commercial real estate. It's what we call the solitary confinement fallacy. This idea that to be agile and quick, you have to be a lone wolf. That bringing anyone else in is just going to slow you down. But that is a really dangerous confusion. So let's be crystal clear about the difference here. On one side, you have autonomy. That's the goal, right? The freedom, the control, the ability to make your own calls. That's a massive strength. But on the other side, you've got isolation. That's the dangerous byproduct. No feedback, no checks and balances, and absolutely zero accountability. One builds your enterprise, the other one silently poisons it.
Think about it like this. Every major fund out there has an investment committee. And you know what their entire job is? To kill bad deals. As a solo operator, you are the investment committee. But with only one vote in the room, bad ideas never die. You miss that subtle market shift, you double down on a marketing strategy that stopped working 6 months ago, you lose perspective.
Okay, so how do we fix this? We install a system. It's a blueprint called the peer filter, and it's all about making a fundamental shift, moving away from that casual networking, complaining about clients over drinks, to structured, strategic governance for your business. So what is the peer filter? It's a small, private, and highly curated group. Think 3 to 5 other elite operators. And the key concept here is foreman-level accountability. Let me be clear, this is not a support group designed to make you feel better. This is your personal board of directors, and it's designed to hold you to a much higher standard. But not just anybody gets a seat at this table. The criteria are super strict and totally non-negotiable. First, they have to be non-competing, so a different city or a different asset class. This allows for total transparency. Second, they have to be high GCI, that's gross commission income, at or above your production level. Remember, you trade across, you don't coach down. And third, they must have an owner mindset. They're focused on building systems and equity, not just chasing the next paycheck.
And this right here is the guiding philosophy. That old fallacy was all about short-term speed. This new model, it's all about long-term endurance and building something that actually lasts. Yeah, you might close a few deals fast on your own, but you can build a true enterprise with the right people in your corner challenging you.
Okay, so with that philosophy as our foundation, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Let's talk about the practical, actionable protocol for actually building this board. There are 3 super clear steps to get this done right.
It's a really simple sequence. First, the filter. You thoughtfully select the right people, using those 3 criteria we just talked about. Second, the invite. You do some professional, direct outreach. And third, the rhythm. You establish the meeting cadence and governance to make sure it delivers real strategic value. And just to remove any friction from that second step, here is a proven script. Notice how direct and professional it is. I'm assembling a small, private strategy group. No selling, no complaining, just systems and strategy. I'd like you to fill the industrial/office seat. See, it's concise, it respects their time, and it positions them as an expert. Feel free to grab this and adapt it for your own use. Now, once they're in, the meeting itself has to be tight. This is not a casual chat. A really powerful agenda looks something like this. 15 minutes on wins, 15 on a KPI review, that's your key performance indicators to keep it data-driven, and then a full 30 minutes for a hot seat, where one member presents a real-world challenge and gets direct, unfiltered feedback. All value, zero fluff.
And listen, there's a critical rule here, a hard constraint. This group is exclusively for operators in the soar stage of their business, people who are scaling and optimizing. You are strictly forbidden from inviting time vampires or anyone who's just stuck in survival mode. This is a peer-to-peer exchange, not a pro bono coaching clinic.
Okay, let's bring this all home. We do not hide in our offices and just hope for the best. We get out there and we sharpen our swords against others. This is your mandate for action.
So I'm going to ask you one last time. When did someone last tell you that your strategy was just plain wrong? That's your reality check. And if the answer is still never, it is time to accept that you're not a genius. You are trapped in an echo chamber.
Now I want you to assess the quality of your current network. Are your conversations about building systems and scalable ideas, or are they just about complaining? Because here's the thing, complaining is a poverty mindset. Systems create wealth.
Which leads to the final, simple step, the action. Your task is simple. Send the invites. Today. Not next week. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for the perfect moment to come along. You need a board of directors. Go recruit them.